you ain't got no authority to vote.
Hey man, we're gonna take a time out real quick, halftime. I posted on Twitter that, you know, whether you sided with the red or the blue, I'm just glad it was over with, because it was really starting to get debilitating for me, like spiritually, just to see these images and the rhetoric that was going on that wasn't really a part of the America I knew growing up. So, you know, Friday, I believe midnight, in my opinion, you know, the greatest hip hop group of all time dropped their last album with the original roster, including Phife Dawg, A Tribe Called Quest, dropped their album Friday. We got it from here. Thank you for your service. As we take a break on a political tip, just want to, you know, get y'all brothers' standpoint on the new Tribe record and the timing. Armand, you haven't heard it.
No, I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, and you ain't heard it.
That's how I've been stuck on Common, but you know.
So yeah, I just want to give a little breather, man. Just, you know, just to salute the Tribe and you know, what y'all thought about the album, or, you know, just the fact that it is out and, you know, we have a complete Tribe Called Quest album after, I mean, 10 plus years.
It's good for the culture, you know, especially, you know, when they had a documentary and seeing such a work between Tiff and Phife that, like, people outside of that circle didn't really realize how bad it was. That for them to still be able to come together prior to his passing and say, hey, listen, let's work on something together. You know, I think it happened after they did the set for Jimmy Fallon, where they said you were kind of like, you know, made those amends, which was good because, you know, nothing's guaranteed. I might not see you tomorrow. Right. You know what I mean? Something might happen to me, and the last thing you want to know is that we were beefing before I passed away, or vice versa. So it's good that they were able to start something, you know, to mend those hurt feelings. To say, let's do, even if it wasn't about the music, let's just be friends again. I mean, they were childhood friends. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Beyond music, they were childhood friends. Right. So it's just good that they were able to get back together. They were able to work on some music and release the last final product. I mean, first album in 18 years. So for our generation, it's a good look. I mean, younger generation might not understand, you know, because you got people like, oh, they actually don't know 5 songs from Biggie, apparently, and he's overrated. But it's still good for us who respect, you know, what we came up from, to have these dudes have the last hurrah, you know, to say.
To me, it was kind of poetic because the first Tribe album is really like a Q-Tip album, a Tip and Shaheed album. Phife is on like maybe 3 songs or something like that. Phife don't really arrive until the second album, Low End Theory. Yeah, that's when you really hear Phife. So it kind of was like a little eerie how the last album, you don't really get that much Phife either because he passed away. Yeah. So it's kind of like, it was ill how it began and ended the same way, you know. But I'm just digesting the album. You could tell that it's kind of scattered and it wasn't really what they could have done. Yeah. But like you said, man, I'm just happy to see them brothers have an album out again, just so I can have something new to bang. Listen, Mobb Deep, Outkast, Tribe, groups like De La, I don't need nothing. Y'all don't have to do anything else for me. It's enough on the shelf
it's
for my lifetime.
That you just come out with that, you know.
Right. It's enough on the shelf to last me for a lifetime. So when you adding on new stuff, it's an extra. It's like a cherry on top.
True.
You know what I mean? You got any thoughts on the Tribe thing?
I'm gonna go cop it. I know that. I gotta go get it because I've been so busy. I didn't have a chance. But when I went online, I had some really credible people online that really know hip hop, and they were saying that, this album is all that. So I'm looking forward to getting the album and getting Common's album.
Yeah, I gotta.
You know, it's funny too. It reminds me of the one podcast we did, I think it was like 93, 94, when you came up like, I know this album ain't come out this year, but I'm still rocking off this Tribe joint right here. And I'm like, and it's funny, you know, just that connection, even because the music's timeless. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that we miss in this era of hip hop a lot. Well, at least for the younger generation, like, there's not a lot of timeless music out there like that. You know what I mean? Like when people talk about like Beyonce, I mean, yeah, Beyonce's an incredible artist, so no disrespect to her, but like I don't look at like Single Ladies something as a timeless classic. 20 years from now, like, oh man, when she came out there, that was a game changer. You know what I mean?
It's a wedding song though, so it might.
It'll be in there. Just
well, in a sense, what I'm
wedding,
saying, but as far you know what I'm saying, in a sense, that it's not just the R&B.
It ain't like no Luther, a house is not a home.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even throw Beyonce in there. I would say from 2013 on, who are these next people? Like who are going to be the next Lauryn Hill? Who will be the next Nas's?
Yeah.
Where those people, you know, who are they going to be?
Yeah.
Because in fairness, you can't really even put Beyonce.
Well, I was a broad example as far as song. I mean, no. I mean, I think she, as far as an artist, established herself as a force.
Yeah.
You know, and I won't take anything with. I mean, for somebody to come on the Country Music Awards, it's pretty much all white.
Solidified.
And then just kill it to the point where now people are like, oh, well, why was she on there? Forgetting the fact that country music came from black folks as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? That I can come on your show and still show you how to do country music. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. As we spin on back. Like we said, man, we just kind of wanted to just give a loose edition of the podcast. We just kind of this is our just natural reactions to what's been happening in the last couple of days. You know, as we are recording live, it is Saturday night, and I mean, you know, since our president has been named, it's been a riot in all 5 major cities of the United States every single night.
Yeah, 12 cities have been protesting.
Yeah, so it's
that we know of.
Yeah. So it's getting hectic, man, and it's getting crazy. Moving forward, you know what I mean, where y'all brothers at? What's your thought process individually? You know what I'm saying? Moving forward.
I mean, it has to be, regardless of who you want or what, it has to be some type of healing process or some type of understanding, you know, for us to get forward. Like, me or us, we're all black men here, you know, we're a minority by any sense of the terms for anything, but like, it has to be a healing process because, like, you know, I work in the financial field, and I told you earlier, you know, for me to have a client start questioning, you know, me, whether I'm a foreigner or not, for me to speak English because of my name being of Spanish Italian origin, is like, you know, I was a boiling point for me. You know, 2 days after the election, this dude told me to speak to him in English when I was speaking to him in English the whole time. It's almost like he's like trying to belittle me, you know what I mean, because I don't have a white, quote unquote, Anglo-Saxon white name. You know what I mean? He already knew I didn't sound like a typical white person. Obviously, I'm not white. For him to try to insult my intelligence, insult me to the point where like I'm not good enough to be in this country, or you know, or to speak on anything. You know what I mean? So it has to be some type of healing process, a better understanding. But this all goes back to education. You had uneducated white rural areas voting for somebody, like I said, and granted, I'm not the most, you know, play-savvy person. You know, I voted for people in the past I was voting for. You know, other than, you know, somebody, when I was younger, somebody said, oh, you gotta vote for this person, you gotta vote for that person. Right. Or what, even during the Democratic primaries, which I found was really crazy, where you go up there and ask for like this little voting card just so I can see who's on there, and they already circling who I'm supposed to be voting for.
You know what, not to cut you off, but even the day of the election, I went and I was off.
Yeah.
Job gave me the day off. I went running in my neighborhood, went jogging, and a lot of black people, most black people of this year spoke to me that day, and with the initiative to ask me if I'm going to vote.
Yeah.
And the energy just felt off. I didn't like it. And I'm just like, I just nodded. I had my earbuds in so I acted like I didn't hear what they were saying.
Yeah.
So I just nodded and I just kept running. But I didn't like the way it felt.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why you ain't do this? Why you ain't treat me like this a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
A month ago? A year ago? Because I speak to everybody. How you doing? How you doing, sir? How you doing, man? Good morning. Good afternoon. That's just how I am. And it just, for whatever, maybe I come to the nucleus of what I'm saying later on, but something was off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The vibe was off.
Yeah. I mean,
but
we're in shambles at this point.
I feel good though. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, I turn the news off and all that. Yeah. I feel good. I think that as a country, I tell my students that the country is 242 or 243 years old. We have made a lot of progress since 1776 to 2016. We got a lot of work to do.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the best days are ahead of us. I think this one was an emotional setback.
Right.
I don't think he's going to do half,
a
third of the stuff that he said he was going to do.
Yeah, he's already backpedaling on some of the stuff already. Yeah.
So, you know, I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about still, because to me, that's his reality, what he's promoting. And what we can do is just continuously promote our reality, you know, of diversity. And you two guys went to Edmonton. I went to Cheltenham High School. So we know how we're cut with diversity and open-mindedness and people from different cultures, different backgrounds, religions, different way of thinking. And we just got to show the world where we come from and what we do. And, you know, a lot of people agree with what we do, you know, so just like they agree with what he doing, there's a balance out here. So let's just keep the balance in the universe, you know. He doing that, we doing this. I ain't really focused on what he talking about.
Right.
I'm going to continue speaking to my Indian friends, my white friends, my Republican friends that I don't agree with.
Right.
At the end of the day, man, like, you're still my homie. You a little weird with your thoughts and everything, but you still cool with me. I ain't tripping.
Right.
You know, so all we gotta do is keep talking, and we're not supposed to agree with each other.
Exactly.
Because everybody, there has to be balance at the end of the day. Always gotta be balance. Like, I have viewpoints that Brandon shares. You might share these other viewpoints you might not share, but we have same common ground at the end of the day. And as long as we can come to that middle ground, that's all that matters.
Yep.
It's never going to be perfect. It's always going to be hiccups. It's always going to be detours. But it's how we get back to the main room. At the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. And, you know, I appreciate, you know, this is just a little small session. And, you know, we just kicking off thoughts. And hopefully we'll start hitting y'all with more consecutive episodes. Like I said, this one was more just some therapy. You know what I mean? We going through it just like everybody else, just, you know, collecting thoughts to help us move forward in the right direction. And, you know, Armand, we want to say something before we get out of here. So, you know, 2 Cents Podcast is, you know, we do what we do. Still check us out on Twitter at Sense Not Sense, SoundCloud at the 2 Cents Pod, Facebook page, all that, man. Ain't nothing changed.
Well, I want to say that, you know, I believe America's best days are ahead of us. And some people probably think that I'm tripping, but I can't go in the classroom every day and say it's not. Yeah. And with those kids that always got those, Mr. James, like, how can I be this? How can I be an architect? Or how can I do this? Well, I want to do this. I maybe want to run for president. So our best days are ahead of us. I can't say this behind us. Yeah. You know, so I just want to continuously promote that. And I'm excited about the future. I'm ready to I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not moving. Hey. I'm not scared. Yeah. None of that stuff. We cut from a different cloth, man. That's so our ancestors are people seeing way worse days in 2016. So this is light.
Yeah.
I guess my thing is, like, if you don't like how things are running, you know, interim elections are in 2 years. If you want to make some changes,
oh yeah, I'm throwing my hat in that ring.
Check out your senators, check your congressmen, and make those changes that need be. We can talk about electoral college, but we already know that's more so with the president, not so with your congressmen and senate members. So vote. Bottom line, make those changes that need be.
And I'll end it off with organize yourself, man. You know, organize your mental state, because it starts with your own brain, and then from there you can, you know, outreach to your neighborhood, then your community, then your state, and it just grows from there, man. But just organize your mental state. Make sure you're getting the proper energy, nutrients, guidance, friendships, lover, acquaintances, all that, man.
A lover. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can't be mad when you got that at the crib, you know, right?
On that note, man, we out, man. 2 Cents. We out of here.
Peace.